Hey friends, Andy here with
Bethany.
and this week we are doing a really fun episode. We actually we laughed a lot during this one.
Yeah, we were a little out of control.
I know, yeah.
You're probably going to have to edit some of that. This is not the way.
Most of it will stay in. So it's a fun episode. We talk about things that we have changed in, or ways we've changed our mind, and we go through a whole bunch of different stuff. So it was a really fun episode to record. But one thing we are changing our mind on is the frequency of our release. And so we have been mostly a weekly podcast with some breaks, and we're almost coming up on 50 episodes here pretty soon, which is amazing.
What?
However, we decided that we're going to go for a twice a month release schedule. And we want to make sure that we're doing a good job, that we're bringing you great content. We're planning to bring you some interviews, still some one-on-one stuff, and then also some live podcasts as well.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for this. We had no idea when we started this. We just were like, let's just go for it. And we've tried different things. And one of the things I appreciate about you, I have to say, and where we're at is willingness to try something new and then be like, let's shift or pivot or whatever we got to do. And I think this will be a good move for
We want to stay consistent, but we also want to make sure we're giving people good content and not just like sitting down on a Sunday night like, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
Not that that's ever happened.
Never. Definitely not 10 minutes ago.
And with that, here's this week's episode.
Welcome to Slightly Off Script, the marriage show where we remind you that marriage can be stupid good and wicked fun. I'm one of your hosts, Bethany Needham, here with my fave co-host and my co-host, Andy Needham and Maple May Needham. What?
You're going to have to explain that a little bit.
There's a puppy in the house.
This is the puppy pod today.
This is the puppy pod. So if we seem distracted, it's because there's a puppy currently trying to speak into my microphone. Everyone's going to wish they had video this time.
Yeah, if you're wondering what the puppy looks like, you just need to go to Bethany's Instagram.
That's right. She's taking over my Instagram.
We are flooding the socials.
You're welcome.
Pictures of a puppy.
You know what? And right now, I feel like the way the world is and the way social media is, we just need more puppies on social media. So
that's your platform.
Yep.
More puppies.
More puppies. Less politics.
I think one is plenty of puppies for us.
Yeah. Especially this one. She's special.
She's special. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We just had a fantastic weekend.
We're practicing what we preach.
Yes. We got to go away overnight. I feel like I'm going to let you share this one.
Well, it was one of those things where we always talk about have something on the calendar. And so I don't remember if it was last year or at some point, we did an overnight at a hotel that's only about 30 minutes away from our house. It's in this beautiful new development. And I have to say, leading up to it, I think both of us had moments, though this has been on the calendar, where we're like, should we cancel?
Yeah.
And it was not clear whether we should. It was kind of like there's good reasons to go. There would have been acceptable reasons to cancel, but we just felt like, you know what? I think we should do it.
I was actually thinking that we have talked to young parents at different points in this, as we've discussed different things with different people in marriage. And one of the things that you coach a lot is as early as you're able to, you should get away, have your kids, find a babysitter or whatever it is. And I was cracking up because this was like us practicing that
with a puppy,
instead of our children. And it was our child who we got to puppy sit, the puppy.
She did a great job. Amazing. But it was one of those things that I think as soon as we got checked into the hotel, and it's a beautiful hotel, and it was just like one of those moments where we're like, this was the right decision.
Oh, yeah. We felt it's the little things that really made it special, like the really nice robes that they had.
Love a good robe.
The Nespresso machine,
Absolutely.
Which we don't own an Nespresso. So for us, that's like, I don't know, it was like a luxury kind of feeling. So I loved it.
I think we have kind of found our little escape, like the mini retreat. We can do like a 24, not even 24 hours, but one of the most amazing parts of the whole thing was, I mean, we went out on a Friday night. I think we were asleep by 9 p.m.
Oh, easily. I was dozing at like 8:45.
And then blackout blinds were like, no alarm Saturday. Let's go. And you slept 12 hours.
I
straight.
did.
You slept. I think you could have kept sleeping, but I finally was like, all right, I'm going to like pull the blinds back, like let the daylight kind of slowly wake you up.
Yeah, it was insane. I woke up so rested. I didn't realize how exhausted I was until I got a really good night's sleep. And I was like, I feel like a new human.
You know, a strange thing that I never told you about that was how relaxed I was is that I didn't journal or read my Bible that morning.
What?
Yeah. I did do it later in the day so I could keep my streak alive.
I was like, there's no way you broke that streak.
Yeah. I mean, I got home and I was unpacking my backpack and it never even crossed my mind. Like, cause I am super disciplined. I've journaled every day for like over 2,000 days.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I didn't even think about it.
We were just chilling with our coffee, talking. It was a beautiful getaway.
So yeah, find something nearby. You don't have to go far. I think in some ways that was the beauty of it. Not a long trip.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes driving to places isn't terrible, but afterwards when you're coming home, it's like the drive home. And this was like 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. So today's episode, I have put together a list of things, and what we're going to talk about are marriage assumptions that we have rewritten. So this is the idea of things that we have changed our minds about. Ooh. That we used to look at things through one lens, whether they were like hard, fast, like this is how the world works, or if it was like, this is how I think it is. And somehow we have shifted. Maybe it was a radical shift. Maybe it was a small shift. So if we had done this podcast 10 years ago, we might disagree with ourselves.
Yeah, true. You could do this every 10 years and be like, what has switched since the last time we did this?
Okay. So we're not going to start in the shallow end in any way today. We're going to go deep end.
Okay.
It's just kind of where we go. So
full send.
What's something when it comes to conflict that is changed, that you had an assumption about, that you have shifted in?
Oh, I almost was like, this is an easy one. Only not easy, but easy.
It's so simple.
As in, there's been some major shifts for me in this. I had the unhealthy perspective coming into marriage that conflict was actually a sign of unhealth, in like that it was always a problem. And I think there is a such thing as unhealthy conflict, but I think that conflict is actually something that can be very healthy in terms of us growing and working through things together. So I did not think that healthy conflict existed early on, and I have been proven wrong.
Yeah, I think I've shifted to think about like, what am I trying to accomplish versus what am I trying to win?
Yeah.
So like accomplish is like, okay, what's the point of this? Like maybe there's something we need to talk about that's hard or heavy, and it could be that I have to bring it to you or whatever. So okay, what's my goal? What's the long term? Yeah, that would be mine.
Yeah.
All right. Romance and intimacy.
So the big thing that's changed for me, honestly, is romance and intimacy, that it's not just for the man. Like, I think some of what I struggled with is I sort of had this mixed up view that intimacy was a delight for the husband and a duty for the wife. And again,
that'll only get you so far.
Yeah. And God has done a lot of work in this area in our marriage, and I'm so grateful, because now I recognize that this is actually something that we share together, that it is a delight and a gift that God created it. It was his idea in marriage. It's a beautiful and fun thing. So
mine's a little different. I was going to say, I think that I used to constrain even talking, especially about sex, to the bedroom. Like, in other words, like only talk about it when we're in it.
Yeah.
And I think that I have learned, like, one of the paths to health in some of the things even that you talked about, or things that I've had to unlearn, is to get the courage to have the conversations at other times that are not, even if something comes up in the throes of intimacy, that's just a little bit like, oh, that was a little off, or what was that all about? To be able to be like, all right, put a pin in that. We'll find a time that we're not in this environment that we can have this conversation.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's actually, I think that's good even for me to remember, because I feel like some of the most growth and best conversations we have been not in the midst of it, but outside of the bedroom. And yeah, I love it.
Doesn't all have to be in the bedroom either.
There's all sorts of rooms in your house. The puppy's not old enough for this conversation.
That's all right.
She doesn't understand.
All right. What about when it comes to roles in a marriage?
Ooh.
Like who does what or what's expected of you? Yeah.
Well, I think I grew up sort of seeing a fairly, what I guess people would call traditional roles, in terms of the dad went to work, the mom stayed home with the kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. But probably the growth for me was recognizing that those are not hard and fast, kind of like, it's like, oh, only the husband does these things, only the wife does these things, is recognizing that for each marriage, it's sort of what works within your marriage. And that can even change over time in different seasons. And so I think for me, it's just been becoming more flexible. And on my end, that was releasing some shame and guilt for where I didn't feel like I necessarily easily fell into a traditional role, especially, you hate me saying it, but I'm not like a great cook or all like things like that I'm like, oh, I'm really bombing this wife thing.
I think you always sell yourself short in that area. Like you can function and you're not going to starve, but it's not like your go-to spot. That's okay. Right. I mean, I think I would just put a spotlight on something that you said when I was thinking about this question, is just that how much roles will change in different seasons of life is the thing that I don't think I expected as much. I kind of felt like, okay, we're going to figure this out. We're going to get locked in and then we're just going to ride it out until Jesus gets back or one of us dies.
We're going to get locked in.
Not so much.
Yeah, no, not so much.
It feels like it's a perpetual adaptation of where we are, and it can even change a little bit. Not radically, but there are things that sometimes shift week to week. Like this week, I'm traveling a ton, so there's things that I do that you're going to have to do.
Yeah, I'm going to starve, and the laundry's going to pile up. Just kidding.
All right, that's great. So we're going to talk next about some things in the realm of parenting that have shifted for you.
Because nobody has opinions about parenting, so this is a very safe topic.
So what are some things that you would have been less strict about or less worried about or less focused on?
I would say less strict about would probably be around like their eating. Just being stressed about early on, making sure that they were, I don't know, feeding them certain amounts of vegetables and things like that.
I thought you were just going to say that we would have fed them less.
I would have fed them less. No, I just not.
Feed your kids every day.
Not be so stressed about them like finishing their meal. Like, you have to finish that meal before. I don't know. I think I would have chilled out on that.
Food, that's a good one. That's interesting. I wouldn't have had that on my bingo card.
I don't know. It was the one that came to mind because I just remember feeling really stressed about, like, there was some sort of weird expectation as a mom that I had to hold my kids to something with their dinner time that seems kind of silly now.
Yeah, I my mind went to extracurricular or like expectations, but I feel like overall we were never overly overbearing in that area. So
we also didn't have the finances to do a lot of that, so kept it pretty minimal.
Yes. Okay. How about the flip? If you were to say things that you would be more tight with, more strict on.
Electronics.
Yeah.
I've said this to friends who are parents with young kids, but I definitely, if I could go back, I would not have fallen into the pressure that when our kids got to like 6th grade that they were supposed to have a cell phone. Like I would have held out longer.
I agree with that 100%. So things that I would do more strict, I think, I don't know how to say this directly, but I would elevate the intentionality of in-home discipleship.
Yeah.
And I think that we did a lot of modeling, a lot of sort of apprenticing type of discipleship, but some of it's just being young too. Like I was definitely still growing in my own faith. There's advantages to having kids young. And then there's things that are, I think, there are advantages to having kids a little later. And I think that if I had had kids a little later, I would have been maybe better equipped to do that better. So, yeah. Is there anything that you would say that really mattered to you a lot as a young parent that does not matter to you as much now?
Things that mattered then? It's a good question.
I can go first.
Yeah, you go for it.
I think keeping up appearances versus actually having a healthy family, healthy kids.
Oh, honestly, I would concur with that. I was even along that line, even literally like the physical appearance of like dressing our kids like when they're little. I remember just wanting everything to be this sort of picture perfect. And it just, it seems so trivial now. I was like, that was a lot of wasted energy. I probably could have put a little more energy into discipling in our home and matching my kids.
They would have eaten chicken nuggets every day. They would have been wearing sweatpants, but they would have been memorizing Philippians, which actually our daughter did part of that. So it's not like we're 0 in this department.
Beating ourselves up over here.
That's right. All right. Personal growth and identity. What are some things that you've changed your mind about when it comes to your confidence, your insecurities, your ego, and your pride? You don't have to do all of those, but just that realm.
I was like, whoo.
I'd like a long list, including your favorite sins.
Oh, my favorite sins are, oh my goodness, confidence, insecurity, ego, pride. I will say I am a work in progress. This is not an arrival by any means, but I feel like the older I get, the more I realize that the only confidence I have is in Christ and the work that he's done in me and the way that his Holy Spirit just works through me. I feel like insecurity, honestly, some of that has just been, I don't care as much anymore. Like this stuff that I probably felt very insecure about when I was younger, I'm like, it just doesn't matter. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's not what's most important. I was talking to you about this the other day, how grateful I am for how you love me so well and are very just affirming to me. And there are things that are part of the aging process that could easily become insecurities that I feel like part of my not feeling insecure about it is you have just always been very encouraging towards you're beautiful. I love you as you are. Like that kind of stuff has been really helpful. So
we get to fall apart together.
Yes. And then you're like, this is just aging.
I can't see as well anyway. So
it helps.
I would say I have two things here. They're very connected to each other. The first thing is I used to think that insecurity would go away versus what I have learned is I am familiar with insecurity and I know how to kind of deal with it or kind of work through it. And I almost can be like, oh, I know it's showing up right now. I'm like, okay, we're doing it. Like, let's go. And that is not necessarily something that gets me all bothered. And then the second thing I would say is that I used to have this sense of some of my drive to achieve was like, I just thought that if I could reach a certain point, like there was sort of like a destination. If I just get to this thing, this type of role or this type of job or this type of platform. And, I think the band's a great example where it's like, there is a measure of like, yeah, you have to try to push in an entrepreneurial endeavor to be sustainable and grow and all that stuff. Like that's not unimportant. But at the end of the day, like I feel like we took it as far as we could. I think it's in James Clear's book. He talks about like maximizing potential is not necessarily about the destination. It's about taking whatever God puts in your hands and just taking it as far. I mean, it sounds like Matthew 25 in the parable of the three servants, but like our job is just to be as faithful as we can with whatever God puts in front of us. And even this podcast has been one of those things where it's like, I thought that when we did this, I had all these ideas of like how many people would listen to it and all the other things that would be around it. Because we've just been faithful with it, like the surprise has been like, we have a really dedicated group of people who listen consistently. We have a lot of people that listen occasionally. And we've had all of these incredible opportunities to go do live events, which frankly are even more fun. And we get to do it together. And that wasn't even on my bingo card.
Yeah.
So I think that releasing that sort of, I have to get to a certain point to be successful is amazing.
Yeah. And I think that your first point, just the self-awareness, growing in self-awareness, it's not necessarily that the insecurities are gone, but you do become more self-aware and you can see those things and learn how to walk in them.
Yeah. Like I'll just give one more thing too. Like, I don't think I'm the world's most amazing preacher. I think I can prepare good messages and I can be a very faithful, I can serve people and share the word. And I've tried to get better at it, but I don't need to be the most amazing communicator, Louis Giglio, to be faithful in that role. And, that's okay with me.
Yeah. I've said that before about really a lot of the things that we do, worship leading, speaking. Like, there are people that I know that do it with greater skill or, however you want to describe that. And I don't feel this need that I have to compete with other skill levels, but I do feel this, like, really what God has called us to is to be faithful with the gifts that he's given us. And like you said, do the best we can with what we have. I can't be something that I'm not. I can just be the best of what God's created me to be. And that's been a lot of the growth for me. Is I think a lot early on why I didn't do things or really struggled in insecurity and things is because I felt like I had to be somebody else and like be that the way that person sings or that person
put
speaks.
on Saul's armor. Like no, it's like, no, God gave you a slingshot. Go. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a very slingshot, 5 shiny stones kind of gal.
That's amazing. You slay.
I slay. Yeah. Slay queen.
All right. How about productivity? Is there anything in that space of like, what is a good day or what is a good week or what is like productive? Do you have anything on that you changed your mind?
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, well, I think when I was early on, like when I was younger, to be honest, I had more energy resources and I didn't necessarily recognize or honor my own limitations. And there were times when that led to, for me, some like mental health stuff and exhaustion, burnout, whatever you want to call it. As I've gotten older, one of the things I feel like I have grown in is recognizing that I do in fact have limitations, that I want to be productive, but being productive does not mean getting everything done all the time. And so I think the word stewardship is something that I've used a lot recently as I've thought, because I'm right now in a season that I feel like my energy levels are lower than they even normally are. I mean, we just came out of a crazy season, a lot of loss. We're in the dead of winter. And part of the growth I've seen in myself is being like, listen, this is where we're at. I just want to be a good steward of the energy, the time, the resources that I have right now, and not try and push beyond what I have right now. And also it's not an all or nothing. Like, just because I have low energy doesn't mean I need to crawl into a hole and die. Like, I can get things done. And then being gracious with myself and recognizing that the things I got done today, being a good steward with the energy that was real for me today is enough. Like, that's okay. And that God does not love me less because I got less done today than I did 6 months ago.
That's so good. Yeah, I used to think that influence and impact were tethered in sense of like the more or the bigger, the better. And I still love doing large events. Like I really enjoy them. I think like it's a sweet spot for me. However, I think that I have learned to love smaller rooms. I've learned to love going deeper with fewer, and that's been a fun journey, which I think that's partially natural with aging. Like, yeah, less starry-eyed, more like, hey, we get the right people in the room, we can change the world.
Yeah.
So I still want to change the world.
One person at a time.
One person, like a starfish thrown back into the sea.
Oh my
with footprints in the sand.
Oh no. Here we go.
Okay. All right. This is rapid fire. We're going into just like lightning round. You ready?
Oh goodness. Okay.
Lightning. Thunder.
Was that lightning?
I listened to a sports radio program and they have a lightning round and they make silly noises.
Was that the noise?
That was.
Can we get it one more time? Just.
I'm sorry if you're listening on AirPods.
They're like, you just blew their eardrums.
All right. What's a trendy thing that you were all in on and now it seems pretty silly or ridiculous?
Oh, PT Cruisers.
Yes.
You wanted me to say that.
I knew it.
I don't know why. I love them.
Friends, if you are not a millennial or older, this is the vehicle that Bethany decided that her dream of all dreams was that we would get picked up from our wedding.
I wanted to own one of these.
Oh, she was all in on it. Fortunately, we were too poor, but
literally like a little mini hearse. It's so ugly.
We started our marriage leaving
death.
in a hearse.
Oh man, I apologize.
You go look that one up. That you will.
It's so bad, but they were kind of popular, and I got sucked into. You know what it is? It's like now, you know how I know I've grown? Sorry, no, this is rapid fire. I'm screwing it up. I know I've grown because I haven't fallen for that ugly, what is that Tesla truck thing that like.
Yeah, okay, but you definitely love the Ford Bronco.
Okay, but that's a beautiful vehicle. No apology. I will stand by that.
I like
10
that your
years
dreams
from
just
now.
outpace our ability to afford things. Because, like, early in marriage, we have no money. You're like, let's go for the Chrysler piece of junk. And now that we're like in this phase, you're like, let's go for that $90,000.
I know I'm not ever going to own one, but come on. It's a beautiful vehicle.
I don't know. For me, owning a lot of guitars.
Yep.
I've downsized. Right now, I only have 2 guitars.
I don't know if I would call that a trendy thing. That was just a you thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're really bad at rapid fire.
I'm really bad at this. What's one way your spouse annoys you? That's great.
Criticizing my rap.
What's something that you used to do for fun or a hobby that you no longer do?
I really got into refinishing furniture for quite a bit. That was like when we were in the house in Massachusetts. I spent a lot of hours getting like free furniture off the side of the road. And the only reason I will say that I don't really do it now is because I have furnished our house and I still love all the stuff that I refinished back then.
Basketball.
Oh, yeah.
I have given up basketball. Because I feel like every time I play basketball now, I'm like, is my Achilles going to go?
Yeah.
However, we still do play volleyball, which you could make a case that has some of the same. But I think basketball has a lot of that quick shift.
I feel like basketball is worse.
Yeah.
That's not a middle-aged man's sport.
No, it's not. And I feel like I like basketball and I also don't know how to temper my competitive spirit.
Really?
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Learn something new every day.
I had no idea.
This is something that's not changed. That's changed a little. It's matured. Yeah. I still play competitively. I just don't get in a fight with the referee.
I love that you're defending. I've said no, I'm not even coming at you, but you just know.
Okay. What is something that you do now that you never would have imagined that you would do? Like
powerlifting. Competing
in powerlifting?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I never imagined that. Yeah, for sure. How about you?
I would say traveling and enjoying travel as much as I do. Maybe it was an aspiration, but I never thought that we'd have the resources. And a lot of my travel is work related. But yeah, we travel a lot and I love it.
Yeah. Especially because we didn't grow up doing a lot of that.
I stayed in one hotel my entire childhood. It was because our campsite got rained out, and it was a dumpy motel that I thought was the Ritz-Carlton.
It is pretty cool the first time you stay in a motel or hotel or whatever. It's pretty special.
Yeah. All right. Well, a couple questions, listeners, you could ask each other. You could ask any of the questions we just asked, like where have we grown? What do we believe in now that we didn't believe before? And what are we still too stubborn about?
Your competitiveness in sports. Just kidding.
All right. Last question.
Okay.
Get us out of here. What is something that surprises you that has changed in me?
Ooh. We've joked about this like between us, but when friends have come up and been like, Andy is so chill, like just so laid back, relaxed. I didn't experience that side of you when we first got married at all. I don't know that it existed, but at this phase in marriage, I feel like I can really relax with you, that we can enjoy doing adventures, but you're just as chill when we're like reading books, hanging out, doing nothing. So yeah, I would say you've chilled out, my friend.
That's a very kind answer.
Yeah.
My answer is much more shallow.
Oh, I thought you were like, mine is much more mean. I was like, all right.
No, I never would have imagined that you would do most of the driving. Because one, you didn't have your license when we got married, so.
This is true. That's so funny. The driving. Yeah, I do most of the driving, and you taught me to drive, so
okay, I did.
It worked out well for you.
I don't mind driving, but I do a lot of driving for work, so I enjoy when we're traveling that you do the driving, and you tend to be more likely to get car sick, so driving is helpful to you.
I was going to say that probably is the number one for me, is I do get car sick so easily. And I love listening to podcasts and driving. I think it's fun.
I'll be candid. I think that I'm a worse driver because I don't usually drive with other people in the car. Yeah. I think when you drive by yourself a lot, like I do, like you just take corners like, oh, this would be fun to kind of like torque it here a little bit. And like,
yeah, you're pretty rough.
I didn't expect you to affirm that so strongly.
Oh, sorry.
There's no hesitation.
Yeah, you're pretty rough.
I'm not feeling very chill right now.
Well, everyone, that's fun.
On that note,
we're going to go figure out how our conflict...
changed my mind if this was a good idea.
Our conflict has matured. Oh, well, in this episode, most of it will probably get edited out. We tried to bring our new puppy on. Our puppy, who's done amazing not having accidents, did try and warn us and gave us a whimper, and we ignored her, and she peed. So it's been a good time. And look at you, still so chill. You've matured a lot. I'm proud of you.
It's the gummies. I'm just kidding. I'm not into that. That is just a joke.
I cannot believe you just said
melatonin.
Oh my goodness. Well, babe, as always, it's lovely to sit, hang out with you, have these conversations, and very excited. We got another marriage conference coming up.
Amazing. Yeah. So at the time this release, it will be just a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
So this is going to be in Quincy, Massachusetts, first weekend of March. Our friends at Harbor Church on the Cape are putting it together, and they're going all out.
Yeah, we can't give away the secrets.
No, but I'd give some things. Like there's photo booths. There's like the Boston Improv is coming to like perform. They were like downplaying that. I'm like, that's next level. Like, crazy.
There's so many fun things they have planned for it. They're like, you guys don't have to come to things. And I was like, I'm going to everything. This sounds amazing.
So, and it's at the Marriott in Quincy. That's going to be coming up. But yeah, you can also check online. My website, andyneedham.com, has most of our travel schedule on it. And we're doing a few things here and there. We've had a good rhythm so far this year. But yeah, it's been good. So that's all we got for now.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. The gummies. Sorry. I can't. Things I'd never thought. That was not on my bingo card.